East family. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sis Kathy Vet coming to you with another Country Wayne skit from these Country Wayne streets. Happy Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday that I call it. And I hope we are all well today. Yeah, enjoying the many blessings of God, because if you hear my voice, the sound of my voice, then you're in a good place and you blessed. So let's get in here. Lynette is all smiles when Greg asks her to testify against Bethany. Didn't I tell you it's gonna be a different story for Lynette than it is for Shara? Let's get in here.
Hey, how are you? Good, how are you? Nice.
Thank you, I appreciate that. How are you doing?
Doing well. Sorry if you got lost. I meant to tell you were down here. I know my dad just called and said you were looking for me. So.
Yeah, I went upstairs. He said you were down here. So
yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah. Have a seat, please.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That is very nice. Beautiful, very respectful.
So it's thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I know you're getting ready to head back to Montana for Jaden's baby, which is very exciting.
Absolutely.
We can't wait for that. Well, I called you down here just to, ask a favor, really. Are you aware that Bethany and I are under some lawsuits and things like that?
I'm not fully aware.
Okay.
I did hear a little bit about it.
Long story short, she hit me. She attacked me. And so I am making her be accountable. And in order to do that, I need some help. And so I've asked a few other family members if they would be willing to testify against her. And she's got them scared. She's a very scary person, as you know, and they've declined. Of course, I've asked Brooke, I've asked Shara, and they both said no. So I'm hoping that maybe you can be my hope, and if you would be willing to testify against her on my behalf.
Okay.
In court.
You want Greg, darling? I'd be happy.
I have no allegiance to Bethany.
Oh. Yep.
However, that would kind of put me in a different situation with her. I mean, it isn't good as it is.
Yes.
I am not really looking to mend or repair any relationship there because of the past.
Absolutely.
Moving forward, I would be interested in it, but I just don't want to make matters worse for Larry.
Absolutely. I understand that completely. So another sort of tidbit on that would be Larry may not need to know about that. Again, because that would be like an atomic bomb on that house. If he knew and didn't say anything, and I know you guys are about to go up there for Montana for Jaden's baby. And the last thing that I want to do is add undue stress onto that, because of course, bringing stress into a newborn, that's awful. So he doesn't need to know at this moment in time.
Okay.
And I fully agree that, you're of no allegiance to her or me. But I just think that my biggest thing with this case is that
my whole thing was the timing on this. I think the court date will probably be later. He's probably trying to get all his ducks in a row. After the birth of the baby, it's hard to say when it comes to birth, because you don't know. It could be late. They were saying it was going to be January. I don't know if the end of January. They're looking at the middle or the beginning. So I don't know a due date. They didn't say. It would be good to know. I don't know if it's going to go into February, but it would make a big difference in how this is going to go from that Montana trip if Bethany goes there, knowing that Lynette is testifying against her and it happens to leak out. So no, if she decides to do that, don't say anything to Larry right now. Larry will blab it to Bethany. And, that's definitely going to be a bad trip to Montana. So we're not going to have that. But good for you. Shara don't have no allegiance to her either. Except her daughter stay there. But then that's up to Larry to put that in check. And sometimes he doesn't put her in check enough as it is. So that's my issue with Larry. He just let Bethany do what she want, bulldoze over people, him, no control whatsoever with that household when it comes to her, whether it's his house from the beginning or not. Bethany has gotten away with so much on the backs of Larry not doing anything to control his wife and let her run rampant to the point, but that it's gotten even worse with her family. Brooke, she's disrespectful to her mother, all of that. Now Brooke is getting older. She has a more of a relationship with Shara. She steps to Bethany a little bit more now because Bethany has been saying, "Oh, stop being fresh. You talking back. You sassy mouth. You getting sassy mouth." Because number one, that's her mom, and she has more strength knowing she has her mom in her corner, and she's starting to see how messed up Bethany is. So Brooke views of her is a little bit different now, and she doesn't let Bethany disrespect her as much, even though she can say a lot of stuff to her mom. She holds back a little bit more. But Larry, as the man of that house, really needs to set a little bit more precedence and a little bit more of his foot down with Bethany because she's out of control.
She's held accountable, and she is sometimes she just needs to shut up. And in a courtroom, she can't go back and forth with any of us. And so if we can finally have a moment to say what we need to say, and she has to hear it. There's no interrupting. There's no physical intimidation, right? She can't get in your face. She can't throw things. She can't raise her voice. She has to listen.
Right.
That's the thing that I'm after. And I know you have a long history with her. So,
yes.
and with Larry and being around it with all of it. So I know that you've got some things, and really to speak on how she just verbally accosts people.
I'm not worried about Bethany in no way, shape, or form. There's no intimidation factor. She brings no fear to my heart. Good. So if you need my help,
about them streets, listen.
Thank you. Oh, Lynette, thank you so much. All right, well, I'll get the ball rolling.
Yes. I don't know. Lynette probably from the streets. She don't care. She been in the military. She is a whole different kind of woman. And to think that Bethany puts no fear in her. You know, her son is grown man about to have a child. She ain't got no connection to Bethany. It's a whole different circumstance. She has not liked her for a long time. You know, Lynette is Larry's first love, and that's probably an extra dig in Bethany's behind, you know, and seeing those pictures and just to see the history of when Larry didn't even know her, when him and Lynette was in love and happy and first had their child. That's something that, you know, she's not going to experience, probably what never experience. And I'll say it again. I think the fact that she can't have a baby and these two women can is the thorn in Bethany's side. That's something she can't compete with. So that's why she gets very indignant and puts them down to a certain degree, because it helps her to feel better in her stance as his wife and try to take over their children that are not hers. But she needs that. She needs that because it's something she can't physically give him like these women did. So I like to see how this hearing goes when they go to court. I wonder if Shara will change her mind. There's another video after this. I think Lynette is going to try to persuade Shara. So let's see that. Let's see if she does that and how that conversation goes. Okay.